Good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for tuning into your Sunday edition of Good Morning Vail. We love getting to be here to give you some great community information, and we're going to do just that on this episode. First, we're going to introduce you to Dennis from the High Five marketing firm here that specifically likes to work with nonprofits. So if you're a nonprofit who's in the market for maybe some website updates, social media help, they've got you covered. As well as Chris Romer from the Vail Valley Partnership, because they do so many wonderful things here in the community, and they really do make an impactful difference by making a family amongst our community. Then we're going to introduce you to the Vail Valley Theater Company on some events and activities you're not going to want to miss out on. But first, Good Morning Vail starts now.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail. Good morning, Vail.
Hey, it's your boy, Nephew Tommy, your host for an all-new season of Black College Quiz, where the nation's best and brightest display their knowledge of Black history and culture while competing for prizes and scholarships. So get ready to see HBCU Nation take the academic field. Black College Quiz! BCQ! Black College Quiz! BCQ! Black College Quiz! BCQ! Yeah, man.
Hi, it's Julio from TV8 Vail. Do you ever wonder why our tagline is "There's more for you" on 92? Because we're always bringing you more. More Good Morning Vail from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. all year long. More local coverage with Vail Vibes and Covered Bridge on TV8. More opportunities to participate with new roundtable panels on Mountain Perspectives and our expanded Spanish programming block. Find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on YouTube, or our website, tv8vail.com.
Welcome to Hiring America, the television program that helps veterans find jobs and transition back into civilian life. Hi everyone, I'm Gigi Stone Woods. I'm truly honored to host this vital program. Reach out to the opportunities you see on this program by logging onto our website, hiringamerica.net, and by following us on social networking sites such as Twitter. We'll keep that information available throughout the broadcast and on our website 24/7. Now, let's get down to business.
Good morning, Vail.
Are you a local nonprofit looking for some marketing help? Well, then Dennis from High Five has got you covered. It's a great way to really elevate the marketing efforts that you're putting in with their excellent strategies. So let's hear what he has to say.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to the show. If you're a wonderful nonprofit here in the community, well, we've got the perfect marketing firm to introduce you to, and that's High Five. I'm joined by Dennis McMahon. Good morning, Dennis.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you this morning?
Doing great, thanks.
We were talking off camera about what High Five does, and you guys are such an important organization here in the community because you really do help nonprofits grow. So let's talk about some of the services that you offer.
Excellent, thank you so much. Yeah, we really enjoy working with our local nonprofits to effect great change here in the community. And the services we provide start with branding based on an organization's values and what they stand for. And then we move into things like website builds, digital media campaigns, and collateral design.
Which I think it's really important as you're taking on these nonprofits that they do have that brand voice in some direction so that you can really help them capture that to the audience who maybe doesn't know a lot about the nonprofit.
It really is important. What we find is that culture and brand voice and leadership and what the leadership team stands for, they're also closely interconnected. And when you align those things, then everything is very trustworthy, easy to understand, and the audience gets what it is that you're trying to communicate.
Which I think is important as you're working with brands and they're starting to come to you, that people do understand that you are trying to be authentic with the brands and the marketing that you're pushing out. And so having all of those details worked out before coming to High Five as a marketing firm is a great stepping stone.
It's a great place to begin, yet it's also, we find that it's really difficult for organizations to know those things. You know, sometimes the look in the mirror is a little more difficult and less clear than when somebody communicates it back to you. So we're really great at helping people identify those things too. And so authenticity is a reflection of the self, and it's also something that we help people bring definition to.
Now, if someone is interested in working with you, what do those first steps look like?
Really, the first steps would be just to visit the website, reach out and schedule a meeting. We have a booking tool on our website at highfive.com, HYFYVE. And they just book a meeting and then we have a little chat and see if we're a good fit for one another.
I think it's really important that, yeah, you're compatible. I think that's a right step in the direction. Now, we just had the website up on the screen. I love the website. That's a very fun website.
Oh,
I'm going to
you.
give you props to that because that drew me in right away. And so clearly, as a marketing firm, you guys are doing a great job.
Well, thank you so much. It means a lot. We just celebrated our 10th year as a company this year back in January, and continue to grow, you know, slowly but surely, and it's a terrific organization full of really, really talented people.
10 years, congratulations, that's amazing.
Thank you so much. Heck yeah.
Now, as we're talking about some of the services that you do offer, let's talk about some of those nitty-gritty details. You guys offer social media help?
We do some social media, yeah. We focus a lot on LinkedIn, to be honest, because in many cases, the Meta platform can be really good for consumer-based businesses.
Yes.
LinkedIn and Meta are also good for nonprofit outreach, especially as it pertains to fundraising and awareness. So, yeah, we do a bit of that.
And then you help build websites. So maybe if someone's website's a little outdated, which is something we're seeing quite a bit of, you guys can help modernize those.
Absolutely, yeah. There are so many great and efficient website platforms now where if an organization finds their website is not super compatible with mobile devices or it's just antiquated, yeah, there are a lot of great solutions that are economical to get your website up to current technology.
Which I think is really important because if you think about it, everyone pulls their phone out, looks at websites quickly on their phone to find the latest happenings, the menus, just all those little details. And so making websites mobile accessible is one of those little details that a lot of nonprofits could be missing out on.
You know, it's really not optional any longer. It's mandatory. If you want to be successful and you want to reach your audience, you got to have something that's going to work well on the phone.
And so if someone is interested in a website design, what do those steps look like as they go through the process with you?
It really depends on the size of the project and the scope of work. If there's custom functionality, we would go through a full exploration and utilize probably a WordPress platform for the website build. But if it's a smaller organization that's beginning to grow, we would basically identify some templates that would work well based on content and audience, and then we just build and make it happen very quickly.
Which I think is so wonderful that it's so easy, it's so fluent for people to get involved with, because honestly, a lot of nonprofits can be outdated, and especially here in our community.
Yeah, you know, there are a lot of nonprofits, and the truth of the matter is that, like anything else, it's important that we focus on what we're really good at and what our objective is in our place of work. So to offload some of those responsibilities, like building a website and making sure you're doing the right thing to get it done, leave it to the experts, you know?
I think it's important to do that as well. Now, what other services do you offer? Social media help, website design help. What else is there?
You know, we truly love branding and copywriting and messaging, because another thing that I think is oftentimes missed is that a lot of organizations like to talk about what they do. We are this type of brand or this type of business. These are the things that we do. But they miss the opportunities to say, this is what we offer you as the audience. Because in the end, everything that you build and develop should be about the people you serve and less about yourself. So we like to really make sure that comes forward in all of these different aspects of marketing, which is a really big collection of media these days.
Yeah, and not everyone is doing a great job of getting their true mission statement out right now. And some people are even losing mission statements. So as High Five, as a company, what is your mission statement?
We're out here to help mission-driven brands just grow and thrive. That I haven't actually written our mission statement.
Put you right on the spot. Sorry.
Cobbler's kids go barefoot, you know, but
Yeah.
we do mission and vision types of statements and key values for organizations. And when we have the opportunity to do that, then that will inform the rest of the marketing campaign and the message platform, so that we're always tying back to the essence of the brand and making it as simple and honest, and as you said before, authentic as it possible.
Now, not everyone knows the importance of copyright. Why is copyright on your website so important?
Copywriting is critical because it feels like there's so much to say all the time when you are the person providing the service, but you got to remember, again, it's about your audience. So you need to get to the point as quickly as possible, and you need to communicate the benefits to the audience in as few words as you can.
And sometimes it's great to have an expert writer do that, so you're not stumbling over the sentences that you've written a million times.
Absolutely the case. I mean, being able to copy and paste from a text document instead of trying to reinvent the same thing that you need to say again and again is very efficient, and it's also just going to really help with brand adoption.
These are all such great tips and tricks. Now, as people are maybe looking at their website, nonprofits are sitting down, listening to you give all this great advice, looking at their website, what's the best way for people to get in contact with you besides the website?
Just hit me up on the website or find me on LinkedIn. I'm pretty active on that platform, and also anybody can reach out to me via my cell.
All great tips and tricks. Now, if you had to give one piece of advice to a nonprofit for their marketing strategy, what would it be?
Pay attention to your audience and your successes and the things that you love to do, and don't let all of the new flashy ideas and things that may come up in a one-off conversation at the water cooler distract you from your mission and your goals.
I think that's a brilliant piece of advice to carry right there. Dennis, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us, giving us all this great information. And one more time, what's the website?
The website is highfive.com. It's HYFYVE. Thank you so much. Appreciate this.
Of course, thank you. Make sure that if you're a nonprofit and you need some marketing help, that you check out High Five, because they've got all of the great services to offer you, from the copywriting to updating your website, because if it is not mobile function, it is not working for you. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show, so stay tuned.
Good morning, Vail.
Next up, we've got a special duo from two of the best voices in the bluegrass and country genres.
We know you're going to love this one from Melanie Cannon and Willie Nelson. Here's Back to Earth.
And the songs our love created, I still sing. And every night we make the rafters ring.
Descubre Conecta en Vivo, tu fuente de programación en español las 24 horas del día, los 7 días de la semana. Desde recetas deliciosas hasta la información más reciente, Conecta en Vivo es una transmisión digital que tiene todo lo que necesitas para mantenerte conectado con la comunidad regional de Vail y Park City. Disfruta en cualquier dispositivo con conexión a internet visitando tv8vail.com o parkcity.tv. Conecta en Vivo, tu ventana a la programación en español en cualquier momento y en cualquier lugar.
Take the first game every one of us played in the schoolyard. Turn up the degree of difficulty to maximum, and then let loose some of the fastest and most agile athletes in the world to go one-on-one in what you have is the most extreme pursuit contest you've ever known. It's intense, it's addictive, and there's only one rule. Don't get caught.
Oh my gosh! If you haven't seen World Chase Tag before, here's how it works.
2 teams of up to 6 athletes compete in a series of one-on-one chases. Each chase lasts up to 20 seconds and has 1 chaser and 1 evader.
Opportunities for points on the board! Oh!
Whoever wins the duel stays on as the evader, and teams get 1 point for each evasion they make.
And it looks like the opening point of this contest.
It's the best of 16 chases to win the match, with a sudden death chase-off required to break any ties. It's win or go home from now on. Don't miss it.
Join us on the famous Leadville Railroad. This historic train ride takes you on an unforgettable trip through the heart of the Rockies for an afternoon of adventure, relaxation, and sightseeing. Our scenic train rides are a perfect place to bring families closer together while immersing them in the natural beauty and rich history of this picturesque region. Enjoy the spectacular Colorado scenery. Even meet the engineer. Make memories that will last a lifetime. Tickets available at leadvillerailroad.com.
Good morning, Vail.
Earlier this week, I had the opportunity to sit down and chat with the one and only Chris Romer from the Vail Valley Partnership. Now, they have so many wonderful events and activities taking place. They're about to celebrate their 60th anniversary of being here in the community and providing so much wonderful information. Now, Chris has some exciting news about some wonderful things taking place at the airport. So let's check in.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Now I'm joined by the one and only Chris Romer from the Vail Valley Partnership with some exciting things that they have going on. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning, Maddie. It's great to be here.
It's so lovely to have you here. For everyone who doesn't know, Chris is like a local celebrity, but on a high scale volume.
I don't know what to say to that, so I will say thank you.
Of course.
Yeah.
I love getting to spend some time with you because I love hearing all of the incredible things that you're participating in the community, and you're really the go-to for all community activities.
Yeah, our team at the partnership is the go-to for all kinds of things in the community, from business resources to local community events to the tools and the voice for business at a state or regional level. So we really are well connected in our role at the Chamber of Commerce to be able to connect businesses and organizations to the resources that exist. And there's a lot at the federal level, the state level, the regional level, funding resources, business coaching. A lot of those services are provided at no cost, and people just don't know about them because why would they? So we're happy to be that connector and that convener to help bring people together and connect them to the resources and information that's out there.
And I feel like that's probably why the Vail Valley Partnership is one of the Chamber of the Year finalists. So let's brag a little bit about our local chamber.
Sure thing. Yeah, it is quite an honor. The National Chamber of Commerce Association every year picks a Chamber of the Year to represent what they believe is the best Chamber of Commerce in the country. you're invited to apply. So I checked with my team when we received the invitation, and they were excited to apply, and our board was excited for us to apply. So we put together our application and submitted our materials, and we're fortunate enough to be selected as one of 3 finalists across the nation, Maddie. So we're really excited about that, and we'll have an in-person interview next week at our annual conference, and we'll find out on Wednesday evening next week if we're recognized as the Chamber of the Year. And we're very fortunate to have been nominated in 2015, and we're really fortunate to have won and been recognized as the Chamber of the Year in both 2016 and in 2020. So we're trying to keep that momentum in 2024 and trying to help celebrate not just our organization, of course, but the entire community, because it really is community recognition for our business community and the things that happen here in Eagle County and the big projects that we're fortunate to be a part of.
And there's so many projects that you guys have your foot in the door at, which is incredible because there's nowhere that you go and you don't hear, oh yeah, the Vail Valley Partnership helped us, which I think is one of the strongest aspects of our community. Is once you are in the community and you feel like part of the family, you become part of this family that we have here, and it's magical.
Yeah, and those things don't happen by accident, right? There's board service training and professional development and leadership classes and after-hours mixers and educational programs and series. There is a lot going on, and not just the partnership, but other groups and other nonprofits and other local organizations doing these things that help bring people together to be part of that family, to have that social connection, to tie people to and connect people to others, to help give people their sense of purpose of what is it that I want to be involved in, where can my voice be heard, and where can I have an impact. And the great thing about a smaller community like ours is that there are so many opportunities, be it volunteering or being involved or working for a nonprofit or whatever the case. There are so many chances and opportunities and choices to get involved and really deepen your connection to community.
And not just working, you can also just volunteer. If you don't want to fully commit, you guys have great volunteer opportunities that you place all over your website, so you really can get people involved at any level.
Yeah, and not just with us, but with all the other nonprofits from, I'm not even going to list them because I'll miss people, but there are dozens and dozens of ways to volunteer and be engaged, from environmental to children to animals to whatever it is you're passionate about. And then you get to meet people doing that, and so you get to do good, and you get to have your own sense of purpose fulfilled, and you get to meet other people who have similar interests. It's really a win-win. You help the community, you help the organization you're volunteering with, and you get some benefit from it as well.
It's a full circle moment of
really
becoming part of the community family. Now, you guys have been providing this service in the community for 60 years. Congratulations.
Yeah, 60 years. The Vail Valley Partnership will celebrate our 60th anniversary in September. We have a party planned at the Riverwalk backyard. We'll have a band. We'll have a lot of our past staff and board members. And it'll be our regular after-hours mixer with a little bit of a celebration thrown in to celebrate 60 years. It's really wild to think about. Our community is not that old. As we know it today, Vail was incorporated in Vail Resorts, started Vail Associates at the time in 1962. Wow. We started in 1964. And that was before the town of Vail or the town of Avon were even thought of. Right? So the business community recognized the need to have a voice and an association before they even realized that it was important to have a town. Because the town came a couple of years after we did. They'll be celebrating their 60th in a couple of years. So it's a really big deal, and we're so grateful to the volunteer boards and to the prior staff members over that time who helped build this organization into a Chamber of the Year finalist, where the world recognizes us as a place for business and for the resources available to our business community. So it's really pretty special to me and to our team.
Well, and we get to celebrate 18 years of Chris Romer being with the Vail Valley Partnership, which is so incredible because I do feel like you front run so many wonderful things. And you are very involved in the community, which I think shows your love and your passion for the community just by seeing you out and participating in all the activities. Now, something else we really wanted to talk about is the incredible flights that are being added to the Eagle County Regional Airport.
Yeah, it's one of the different programs that we run and that we're involved with is the EGE Air Alliance. And the EGE Air Alliance works really closely with the airport. We work closely with our airline partners to bring new flights into the Eagle County Regional Airport. We're really excited. We just announced yesterday new flights from both Seattle and San Diego this winter on Alaska Airlines. Those flights will start December 20th and run through March 16th. So we'll have a 15 or 16 week window of flights to San Diego and Seattle. Seattle and San Diego, there's so much opportunity there for locals to sneak away during the winter to San Diego, connect through Alaska to get to Hawaii, whatever the case might be. There's lots of opportunity, and it's our first ever low-cost carrier at Eagle County Regional Airport, which I think that we're really excited about bringing a low-cost carrier for the impact it might have on the airport and accessibility for locals to have a little getaway to some pretty cool destinations.
That serotonin boost to see the sunshine when we're in the dead of winter, I think is really going to help all of us. Chris.
San Diego in February might be really popular with the locals.
Yeah, right. I'm already trying to plan my trip before March 16th comes.
Right.
That way I can go enjoy the sunshine. Now, these are all such great elements to what the Vail Valley Partnership does, and really, we truly are grateful as a community for everything that you do and everything that you guys provide. Now, if a local business or maybe a new starting business is interested in getting involved with the Vail Valley Partnership, what do those moments before look like?
Yeah, it's just feel free to give us a call. Check out our website at vailvalleypartnership.com. Attend one of our events. We'd be happy to welcome anyone to attend one of our events and check it out and see what it's all about. Meet some new people. Our staff and team is happy to walk you through all of the different benefits and programs and engagement opportunities to see what makes the most sense. But vailvalleypartnership.com has everything you might need, including a full staff list with all of our contact information so you can reach out direct.
Which is amazing because your entire staff is phenomenal. It always feels like I'm walking into like a family reunion anytime I come to the Vail Valley Partnership events, which really shows that it is so community-based and so community-oriented, and we really appreciate that.
Yeah, well, thank you, and we're honored and privileged to be able to do that.
Chris, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us, giving us all this great information, and thank you for all the hard work you put into our community.
Thanks, Maddie. I appreciate it.
Make sure that you go to the Vail Valley Partnership website. That way you can mark your calendars to celebrate the 60th year anniversary of having someone be a great chamber, and make sure that you continue to watch. That way you can hear when we win Chamber of the Year. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show, so stay tuned.
Good morning, Vail.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Daily Flash.
I'm Andrea Jackson.
I'm Mitch English, welcoming you to
Mitch English and Andrea Jackson have co-hosted together for over a decade. And now, only on Daily Flash, they serve up a fast, fun, fresh perspective on the day's trending news and entertainment. Daily Flash offers the latest in pop news, celebrity gossip, fashion, health, wellness, and even some unscripted, irreverent, who knows what's next fun. Daily Flash with Mitch English and Andrea Jackson. Trending news and entertainment.
It's the fastest half hour in television. Toyota's Race Week takes you inside the high-speed world of NASCAR. Go behind the scenes for a look into the high adrenaline world of motorsports and hear from your favorite drivers as they discuss the drive to a championship. If you love NASCAR, you won't want to miss Toyota's Race Week.
Good morning, Vail.
Ross had the opportunity to catch up with some of the incredible cast members of the Vail Valley Theater and their upcoming performance, The Cabaret Show. Let's hear what's going on there.
Good morning, Vail.
We've got a full couch now. We've got the Vail Valley Theater Company's Cabaret. Some of the cast is here. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
Very quickly, I just want to go down the line and introduce yourselves and the character that you play.
I'm Jen Saito. I'm a Kit Kat girl.
I'm Grace Bogansky. I'm Fräulein Schneider.
And I'm Steve Toffler, and I play Herr Schultz.
And I'm John Maurer, and I'm a Kit Kat boy.
Okay, awesome. Cabaret, it's coming up quick. It's the 16th through the 21st, right?
That's it, yes.
So July 16th through the 21st at Chasing Rabbits. That's a first, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's the first time that Vail Valley Theater has actually performed in that space, and it's going to be very, very unique, turning a restaurant into a cabaret space for this show. So.
Yeah, and it's a beautiful space there. It's got tons of room in there. What's kind of a challenge with using that as your stage or building a stage in there?
Well, like Steve said, it's turning a restaurant into a cabaret. We have a stage that we will disassemble, move into the space, and then set up chairs and tables and a back wall and props and costumes and everything else, bringing into a restaurant space to make it a theater.
Amazing, amazing. And Cabaret is such a classic story. Can one of you just describe kind of the storyline without spoiling too much?
Sure. I mean, I'll jump in here. I mean, Cabaret takes place in 1929. It's the end of the Weimar Republic in Germany, a time of opulence and decadence and fun, and it transitions into the beginning of the Nazi regime. And it's what happens to the people who are trying to live their lives, and what happens when a government comes in and everything changes.
Yes.
I play a German Jewish character who falls in love with this young lady here, and it's a story of hope and despair at the same time.
Definitely, and some great songs and classics in there.
For sure,
yeah.
for sure.
How's the cast looking? Is it a lot of the regular folks? How's the Vail Valley Theater Company looking these days, and kind of who can we expect out there?
Very healthy. There's the cast is local, of course. There's 17 members of the cast, so we've got dancers and singers and actors and all three. And Vail Valley Theater Company, of course, has been around for over 20 years in the Valley. And this is the first time even for Vail Valley Theater Company to be in this kind of space. So it's not even for the veterans is it something that's old hat. It's kind of new for all of us.
Yeah, the audience is actually going to be as close as we are to each other to the stage. So it's a very, very unique experience for actors and making sure you can stay in character and still, tell our story to the audience.
Right, right. So as Kit Kats, is that like an exciting thing to be that close, or is that like a nervous thing to be that close? Or both?
I would say it's exciting because I like to play with people.
Yeah.
And just like being there.
Yeah, awesome.
It definitely creates a more immersive experience for theater because we're kind of going through the tables and, it's more fun to play to people than, to.
Definitely. How have rehearsals been going?
great. Long and arduous, but we're getting ready. You know?
We're less than a week away. We're feeling good about it, right?
Yes.
That's right, and there'll be live music on stage as well. So
Yes.
it's not canned music, it's live music. So that's another whole level to add to the kind of intimacy that you find in a nightclub.
So, I mean, I think we've sold it enough here. Where can people get tickets and how can they get involved?
The VailValleyTheater.org website.
Awesome.
You can buy tickets and
They're going fast.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you want to see the show, I would recommend that you get your tickets very soon. It goes from the 16th to 21st every night. The doors open at 6, so people can go in and sit down, have a cocktail, have some food, and the show starts at 7.
Okay, awesome. And I understand this is the director's first time working with you guys, is that right?
Well,
certainly we're first time working with us. I'm not sure what he's done with Vail Valley Theater in the past.
Yeah, David Meyer is the drama guy out at Battle Mountain High School.
Okay.
And he's been involved with Vail Valley Theater for a long time.
Okay.
But yeah, it's the first time, personally anyway, that I've been directed by David. He's great.
Yeah,
He's
how's it
amazing.
like working with David?
He's
He's
amazing.
awesome. Yeah, he's got a great vision, and we're also I think for the first time we're doing a prologue that involves other people outside of our cast, and so from the second that you enter Chasing Rabbits, it's going to be an entire experience.
Awesome.
And there's dining options, there's drinks, so there's just a whole different ballgame than what we're used to.
Yeah. And Cabaret recently, opened again in the West End in London and on Broadway, and they did a similar thing, turning the Broadway theaters into cabarets. Okay. And that's basically the format we're trying to follow here as well. So I think we're trying to be true to those productions that are going on right now.
Very cool, very cool. I mean, one of the cool things about living in this valley is it's so small. But how awesome is it that you have this opportunity and Vail Valley Theater Company brings all you guys together? Like, how cool is that we have that here, VB?
Absolutely,
Really
and we
cool.
continue to build into the community as well. We have improv classes, we've got workshops, we do choir classes and dance classes. So we're always trying to recruit new members and spread our wings into the community.
Yeah, because it's a creative outlet, right?
Absolutely.
So it's probably fun for you guys to be able to do this, right?
Yeah, we all have a passion for theater and live performances, and this is a chance for us to do that and share what we love with an audience, a local audience. So it's great, and hope everybody here can come out and see the show.
Definitely, definitely. What else is going on this summer? What happens after Cabaret?
We all sleep a lot.
Get back to hiking and biking and golf and enjoying this great, amazing valley. So.
Yeah.
But Vail Valley Theater Company is a not-for-profit, so there's always things behind the scenes going on, and there's a fundraiser or a couple of fundraisers usually every year.
Yeah.
And there's so much talent in this valley. It's pretty remarkable.
It is. What are the costumes like?
Can't you tell? this is not what we would normally walk around the streets here.
That's
but
right.
We're in costume.
I didn't wear this skiing the last time I skied.
But we try to be really true to the period, and thankfully in the valley we have some great resources for costuming, and we know the various thrift shops and other things, and in Denver we've all, again, tried to look the period, and David's done a great job of matching up what was going on at the time and trying to make sure that we look like we belong in Germany in 1929.
Yeah, definitely.
Now the Kit Kat girls do not look like this.
Okay.
Yes.
A little more like this.
Yeah.
A little more risque and fun. So.
Okay, cool. What's been kind of the most fun thing about this specific one? I know you guys have done a couple or multiple, but what's kind of different or unique about doing Cabaret?
For me, it's a great show that we get to recreate in our own voice. This is my first production with Vail Valley Theater, and I got to meet some amazing people and become part of the family. And theater is a family, and this whole process has been amazing for me to meet new people and to do what we love.
Yeah. What about you guys?
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. I think it's coming together as a cast and, just really developing these characters. You start to get attached to the people that, you're working with on a daily basis. And and we, like you said, we become family, and it's just, I think that's just a beautiful process.
Yeah, awesome. July 16th is the first show. What are you guys most looking forward to? Getting out there?
The show started.
Getting out of rehearsal and performing for a live audience.
So what's the next week look like, the last week rolling into it?
We are at rehearsals every night, and then we will load into the space, which means bringing all our props and costumes and stage and everything this weekend, and then we start rehearsing in the space, and then the show goes up.
In theater, the last week before a show is called Hell Week, and there's a reason for it because we're all working, you know, until late hours at night and during the daytime, and trying to get this production up and running. So it's been tiring, but the end result will be amazing.
Yeah, and again, Chasing Rabbits, what a unique venue to do that.
And they have been wonderful too,
Yeah.
to allow us to use their space, and the collaboration among Vail Valley Theater Company and Chasing Rabbits and the actors, it's just incredible, but it's part of the Valley.
Yeah.
That's what goes on.
Well, as a community organization, Vail Valley Theater Company, who else do you guys work with, or what other kind of organizations do you partner with?
Well, let's see, last summer we did Tina and Tony's wedding, and we were at
The Grand Hyatt.
The Grand
Okay,
Hyatt,
awesome, yeah.
which was another immersive theater experience.
Awesome,
That was lots of fun. And I know Vail Valley Theater Company does a lot out at Route 6 when they're doing their fundraisers and reviews and so forth. So.
Yeah, we love Ollie at Route 6.
Yeah.
Awesome. What else should people know about Cabaret? Anything else?
They need to get their tickets fast. It's a great show.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
They will see their friends up on stage performing like they've probably never seen them before.
I love that.
And it's called A Cautionary Tale.
Yeah.
So considering the times that we're living in.
What's amazing, the Cabaret was first produced on Broadway in 1966, and the message it had back then is so prevalent and timely today. Like Grace was saying, it's a cautionary tale of what can happen if people become complacent, and don't let the government take over their lives.
Yeah.
People have to be active in what they do, and again, what's going on in our government today, it's really, really timely.
It's funny and not funny. It's ironic, kind of how that works,
Exactly.
right?
So it's an enjoyable performance, but it also can turn dark and have a strong message about what people should be aware of.
Definitely. One more time, what's the website to get their tickets?
VailValleyTheater.org.
Okay, awesome. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thank you for having
and
us.
coming in character, and we're really looking forward to that one. So it's the 16th through the 21st, though, right?
Yes,
so
correct.
Multiple, 6 performances. So definitely get those tickets now if you can, and check out the Vail Valley Theater Company all year round.
That's right.
That's right. Always up to something.
There's always something.
Always up to something. Thanks so much again, and stay tuned. We'll be right back with the rest of the show.
Good morning, Vail.
Join host Madison Brown as she visits with guests ranging from country star Toby Keith to magician Tommy Wynn. Explores the kitchen from cake decorating to cooking Hawaiian style, all while exploring unique locations across the country. Check your local listings and tune in.
America was built on a love for the outdoors. We are a nation of sportsmen, blessed with magnificent natural resources. With broad interests across water and field, we are united in our devotion to nature and conservation. Join us every week for the best shows celebrating the outdoor lifestyle. Outdoor America. Live free.
Good morning, Vail.
Do you know how important it is for you as a company to check the references on a candidate's resume? Well, Bill Humbert, who is the recruiter guy and the expert in this space, is going to give us some more information. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning, Maddie. How are you today?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm wonderful also.
Now, it's really important that people get all of these wonderful tips and tricks from you because you've been doing recruiting for quite some time.
I have over 40 years. So, talking about reference checks, many times what I've experienced when I've talked to CEOs and human resource folks, I ask them, so they're complaining because they can't find good cultural fit in candidates. And so I ask, so what do you ask in your reference checks? And I hear, oh, we don't do reference checks. And I go, what? Why not? Well, they're no value. That's wrong. And we could get sued.
Whoa, getting sued is never a good thing. So let's talk about being sued first. Why can you be sued?
Well, you can be sued if you ask inappropriate questions. And you can be sued, but that's true of interviews too, right? you can be sued because, well, let's face it, anything a company does, they can get sued. I don't care what it is. Reference checks, interviews, managing people, poor products, poor services. The question is, are you training your people properly?
Training is something that you do best, and you always have the greatest tips and tricks. Now, why is it important for companies to make sure that they're doing these reference checks, because so many of them aren't?
That's so true, and it's unfortunate too, for both the employee or future employee and for the company. And I think what happens is there was a rumor that companies could get sued, and some of them probably were because they were asking inappropriate questions. But what happened then was HR took over and they started asking questions that really didn't mean much. For instance, were the dates of employment such and such a date to so and so a date? Is the person eligible for rehire? Well, that really doesn't tell you anything about a cultural fit.
Now, how can you get more information on a cultural fit as you're doing a reference check without crossing those boundaries where you could maybe then get sued?
Well, the most important thing to do during the interview is to make sure that this person, from a skills and experience perspective, is right for your company. If they are, then the reference check will determine whether, let's say, they're a team player or they're a sole contributor. And depending on the manager, they may need one or the other. So I suggest to my clients a number of questions that really help with determining a cultural fit. And here are 4 of them, or 5. What frustrates Joan? How does she show her frustration? What is the best way to manage John? In your experience, is Sylvia a better fit as a team member or as a sole contributor? Is there anything else that you feel I should know about David? And those are all questions that can help a manager determine if that person, even if they have the right skills and experience, is a cultural fit for their team.
Now, these will all help companies find that perfect candidate and make sure that that perfect candidate is actually going to work well with their team. Now, these questions won't lead to getting in trouble. And Bill, you're always so knowledgeable when it comes to these moments on helping train people. As companies maybe are listening, if they're interested in using your services, what's the best way for them to get in contact with you?
Well, I'm recruiterguy.com. And that's, just click on the red banner, speak with Bill, and I'd be happy to spend a half hour with him on the phone with no charge. And that's pretty exciting for me. And, I even have some exciting news, Maddie.
I was just about to ask you about your exciting news.
Thank you. Last week, I started my 5 to 8 minute series on YouTube titled Recruiting Conversations. And it's just going to be small pieces of information every time. And I'll probably have drop 1 or 2 per week. And it'll be talking about the entire recruiting process. And then if anybody has any further questions, they can certainly add their question to my video, and I'll be happy to respond to that question in a future video. Then yesterday, I learned that I was selected for admission to Marquis Who's Who in America. And pretty excited about that. Not everybody gets that. Since 1890 or something like that, only about 1 million people in the United States have been admitted to Marquis Who's Who in America. So for me, that was, a really nice recognition.
Bill, congratulations on all of your exciting news. Thank you for taking the time to chat with us, always giving us great information. Now, I have some other follow-up questions, but I think we have to wait and do those in a second interview.
Sounds good to me.
Bill, again, thank you. And what's the website one more time?
Recruiterguy.com.
Bill, you're wonderful. If you are a company that's looking to make sure that you're asking the right questions during a reference interview, and these are important to do within your company, and Bill just gave you all that information why, then make sure that you just reach out and you connect yourself with Bill, the recruiter guy, because he's absolutely the best. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show, so stay tuned.
Good morning, Vail.
One of the longest-running syndicated television series is back, America's Black Forum, a weekly series highlighting the latest in our lifestyles, business, entertainment, and finance. We introduce you to entrepreneurs who are making their mark in the business world and leaders who are fighting for change.
Welcome to America's Black Forum.
Tune in each week to know what's happening in our world today on America's Black Forum.
Join us on the famous Leadville Railroad. This historic train ride takes you on an unforgettable trip through the heart of the Rockies for an afternoon of adventure, relaxation, and sightseeing. Our scenic train rides are a perfect place to bring families closer together while immersing them in the natural beauty and rich history of this picturesque region. Enjoy the spectacular Colorado scenery. Even meet the engineer. Make memories that will last a lifetime. Tickets available at LeadvilleRailroad.com.
Hey, it's your boy, Nephew Tommy, your host for an all-new season of Black College Quiz, where the nation's best and brightest display their knowledge of Black history and culture while competing for prizes and scholarships. So get ready to see HBCU Nation take the academic field. Black College Quiz! BCQ! Black College Quiz! BCQ! Black College Quiz! BCQ! Yeah, man.
Welcome to Street Magic. I'm Elizabeth Stanton with some of the most terrifying stunts, extraordinary extreme escapes, and the most amazing cutting-edge magicians you'll ever see in one show. Get ready to have your mind turned inside out. The hand is definitely quicker than the eye.
It's fake.
Good morning, Vail.
We want to thank you so much for tuning into your Sunday edition of Good Morning Vail. We love getting to be here to bring you so much wonderful community information. Now make sure that you check out all of the wonderful businesses that we have, and you can do that by going through either one of our chambers and seeing who's in partnership with them, because they have so many wonderful options. We'll see you tomorrow for another great edition of Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. You're home in the